Hi, and welcome back to another video for Your Soul Evolution. This is video number 8 in my series on my top spiritual concepts. In today's video, I want to talk about having an awareness of pendulums. If you're unfamiliar with the term pendulum, it is a reality transurfing term. If you're unfamiliar with reality transurfing, I will also briefly explain that, but I want to keep it really simple for the purpose of this video. Reality transurfing is a quantum physics philosophy. Quantum physics has already proven that we live in a universe where we are surrounded by an infinite number of parallel realities, and that we are constantly shifting in and out of those parallel realities at any given time. So anytime that you make any sort of decision, you are shifting into another reality. If you are in one career and you decide to change your career or start a new job, you're shifting into another reality. If you are sitting on your couch and you just decide to get up and get a glass of water, you are shifting into another parallel reality. If you had chosen to get off the couch and go to the restroom, you would have went into another parallel reality. Reality transurfing is mostly used for manifesting. It's like the law of attraction, except to me, it's a lot easier than the law of attraction, because reality transurfing shows us that whatever reality we wish to be in or whatever we desire to have, it already exists. It's just vibrating at a different frequency. So instead of, as with law of attraction, using a bunch of different manifesting techniques, you can simply align your vibration to the vibration of that reality or that thing. But in today's video, I just want to talk about pendulums. So pendulums are thought structures that have been created over time. Some of them have been around for hundreds of thousands of years, and they're created by people thinking the same thoughts and beliefs over long periods of time. It creates this super powerful thought structure cloud, basically, would be a good way to describe it. It has its own momentum, it has its own energy. It's basically alive. It wants to be fed, it wants to grow, it wants to continue to live on by people continuing to think these same thoughts. When our thoughts go out, we send electromagnetic energy pulses out into the universe. So each thought is very powerful and has a very strong electromagnetic energy, even though it is invisible. Can you imagine all the thoughts that all of us have in our energy field at any given time? And when we go to the grocery store or we go to Walmart, we are coming into contact with other people's electromagnetic energy and all of their infinite thoughts that are in their energy field. And that's why sometimes you can be in the best mood ever, and then you bump into someone that is very low vibrational and they're not having a good day and they're being very negative and telling you all the horrible things that are going on in their life, and you'll start to feel your energy drain. That is because you're tapping into their electromagnetic energy. And how to avoid that is to be aware that that is what is happening and to stay strong in your vibration. The thing about pendulums is when you get sucked into one, you're not even thinking your own thoughts. You're actually thinking the thoughts of the pendulum. Thoughts and emotions feed these pendulums. And as I said, pendulums want to survive. Let me give you some more examples of pendulums. A really good one is traffic. If you are driving into an area that is known for having a lot of traffic, downtown Dallas, let's say for me, then can you imagine all the energy that is surrounding that area from all the hundreds of thousands of people that have been stuck in traffic in that area, all needing to get to work, all needing to get where they need to go? They're angry, they're irritated, they're agitated. All of that energy builds up in a huge thought cloud around that area. And when you drive into that, you could have just hit the lottery and you will still start to feel low vibration and drained and angry and irritated. and get that road rage feeling. That is because you have basically driven into a pendulum. There are pendulums associated with politics. There are pendulums associated with sports teams. There are pendulums at your job. For example, if all of your coworkers are kind of ganging up on this person and saying that that person doesn't do enough work, or they don't like them, and even though you personally have nothing against that person, eventually you can get sucked into that pendulum and decide that you no longer like that person anymore. Even though they've done nothing to you, you have no reason to dislike them. But it's because your coworkers had built up such a negative thought structure around that person that because you're there and you have to come into contact with it, you got sucked in, and now you no longer like that person for no reason. There are pendulums around allergies, around flu season. Some people get sucked into a pendulum where they believe they have to have the flu because it's flu season, or they have to have all these allergy problems because it's allergy season. That is simply a pendulum. You don't have to get sucked into anything. That's just because so many people are spreading that. The news is spreading that. And it's just a thought structure that we easily can get sucked into if we're not aware. The reason why this is so important is because, as I said, when you get sucked into a pendulum, you are no longer thinking your own thoughts. You are thinking the thoughts of that pendulum. And the way that you can avoid pendulums is simply to become aware of them. When you start to notice something from one of the examples I gave, that you are headed into that traffic, and even though you're in a good mood, you're already starting to feel your energy drop, just become aware and audibly say, or just say in your head, I know this is a pendulum and I'm aware of it, and I'm going to continue to keep my vibration high. You cannot fight against a pendulum. It is much too strong. As I said, some of these have been created over hundreds of thousands of years, or just many, many years, and it's very concentrated. But how you stay away from them is to not attach yourself to them and simply have an awareness of what they are. Now, there are pendulums such as Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono is basically a pendulum. It is a thought structure that has been created over hundreds of years of people thinking the same thoughts and sending thoughts of healing and love and all of those positive things. And still, even with that, I would recommend being aware that that is also a pendulum. And even though it is a positive thing, and that is definitely an energy that we want to tap into to use for our own healing, it is still a pendulum. But what I'm encouraging you to do is be aware of the negative ones that we get sucked into every day, especially with the politics, the Democrat, the Republican. My goal today is to make you aware of the negative pendulums that we are getting sucked into every day that are unnecessary if we just have an awareness of what they are and we understand what has caused them, and that we are not going to attach ourselves to them. Be in control of your own thoughts. I hope this video helps you, and I will see you on the next video.